Hi folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans, and today I'm going to be talking about Disenchantment. So this is a show that came out in 2018 on Netflix. It's another one of those shows that's been created by Matt Groening. We had The Simpsons, Futurama, and then he made Disenchantment. On Netflix, of course. This time on Netflix. I think the other two are actually they're owned by Disney, right? Yeah, Simpsons is owned by Disney and Futurama is owned by Disney. But Futurama, we got recently good news that John DiMaggio is coming back along with an entire new season of Futurama on Hulu. So I'm really excited for that specifically. But today we're not going to be talking about Futurama. We're just going to quickly talk about Disenchantment. And why am I talking about this now? Because in February, I was so busy. There was a lot of shows coming out, like The Proud Family and Cuphead, and oh my God, there was all kinds of different things. I can't even remember all the things that came out. Oh, Kid Cosmic Season 3. Yeah, that was an iffy ending. I had a review of that up too. So if you guys want to go check that out, it's on my channel. But my thoughts on this season of Disenchantment, and by the way, I want to say the way that they do this, Netflix, the way that they do it is very bizarre. So just to quickly show you guys how they do it. So they release them in parts. They release them in 10 episode bursts at a time. You can see here like August 17th, 2018. They release them like once a year instead of like putting 20 episodes every other year. You know what I mean? So the next time we're going to get another season is probably in like 2023, where we're going to get another 10 episodes, and that'll probably be season 3. So right now, like the most recent episodes were part 4, and they were released on January 9th, 2022. And I don't have much to say about this season, I got to be honest. It was a very okay season, but there was 2 things that really bothered me here. I'm going to give this season a 6 out of 10 overall. I think it was like interesting, but like I don't know where they're going with this show. I really don't. Like, they built up Elfo. Sorry, spoilers. I don't want to ruin your guys' day here. But if you guys haven't been watching this show, there's this character named Elfo, and they kind of like built up like, oh, this character is this mysterious, who's his mother, who's his father. Well, not his father, but like they kind of built it up that like Elfo is somebody special, or there's something special about Elfo. And then we got to reveal in this like in part, I think it was part 3, right? Yeah. We kind of got the reveal recently that Elfo was half troll. His mom was a troll, and his dad was kind of like a candy salesman that would go around from land to land. And oh man, I was just like, wow, they built up Elfo so big. They built him up so big, and this is it. Like, he's just a half troll, half like elf. It's like, here's all this storytelling, and that's all. That's all you got. But there is other stuff to do with Elfo. There's like the whole thing with the I can't remember what the other things are called, but there's like trogs. They're called trogs. Yeah. There's like sea trogs and elves, and it seems to be that there's like a connection that at one time the elves, the trogs, and the sea trogs were all part of the same sort of race. And we're getting more information on that, but like this show has really bad issues with storytelling. It really, really does. Like the story, like it feels like sometimes the plot elements are just there for a joke. They take the audience for a ride, and it's just a joke in the end. You know what I mean? Like maybe Elfo does become special later on. I don't know, but like I don't think so. Maybe there's something about his troll heritage that'll like I don't know, do something. Who knows? But so Elfo, that's not really one of the things that bothered me about this season though. One of the things that bothered me here, there was only 2, and the main, no, not the main one, the side one that bothered me. We'll get to the big one after. Was Zog, right? King Zog. This is Terabini's or Bean's father, and in the previous like seasons, there was this character named Ursula, and this is one of the best episodes of the whole show, by the way. I don't remember the name of the episode, but he meets this bear girl named Ursula, and she's some kind of like special like race where she can wear a bear skin and turn into a bear, but when she's not wearing her fur, she actually becomes a human. And so she's that race of like whatever the heck that was called. Somebody in the comments will tell me. Yeah, it was such a beautiful episode. You know, the King Zog, he realizes that he shouldn't be so selfish. He's the king of the land, right? When you're the king of the land, you can really get any woman you want and do whatever you want. And even though, you know, he's the king, he has a wedding ring. He's going to propose to Ursula, and he realizes that he's being selfish. You know, he realizes that he shouldn't just jump into relationships on the rebound. And yeah, it was just a very beautiful episode about romance, and you don't see that thing very often these days. But they decided to bring back Ursula this season, and what a way to ruin it. What a beautiful episode, and they go and ruin it. So yeah, turns out since the last time we saw Ursula, she actually got pregnant, because that's what happens in that episode, right? Like they fall in love, Ursula and the King Zog. He falls in love with this like bear or whatever the hell she is. I was just like, why would you ruin it? Why? So it turns out that she was pregnant. She gave birth to a bear, another one of these things, like a little baby bear boy. When the bear is wearing his fur, he can turn into a bear, but when he's not wearing the fur, he can turn into a human. So now we have a situation, and this character joins the main cast of all things. Jesus Christ. As if we needed more characters loafing about. We have a character named Derek. Derek is the prince. She's Bean's little brother, and she's kind of like, he's a little like sea serpent kind of creature there. Some kind of like half human, half sea creature, sea monster, whatever the hell. And that character doesn't do anything. Like Derek is just a terrible character. He doesn't do much of anything. He's just kind of like a side character to make fun of. He's basically Meg. You know Family Guy Meg? He's basically just like a slightly more respectable Meg. Really doesn't do much of anything. And whenever I see that character, I feel like we're going to waste an episode on him. So I'm not a fan of Derek. I really think he's one of the worst characters on the show. And the writers never seem to be able to do anything creative enough with him. And now we've got two Dereks. Of course we do. Why the hell not? Now we've got Derek, and now we've got this stupid baby bear. I didn't give a shit so much about this character that I don't even know its name. The baby bear brother, the third brother of Bean, or the second, or I guess it's the second brother, the third sibling of Zog, let's just say, or this daughter, son, whatever. The second son of Zog, or the third born of Zog. There, that's how I'm trying to say it there. So yeah, I didn't like that character at all. I didn't like what they did to Ursula. And, oh my god, they actually go... Oh my god, okay. So we have this beautiful love story between Zog and Ursula, and then it's like, now we have a tragic scene where Ursula dies, and she leaves behind the bear cub, and now Zog has to take care of him, and, you know, he takes him as part of the family, so... In the future, we're probably going to see Bean and that character and Derek probably have an episode to themselves or a couple. And so we have this beautiful episode with Ursula where it's a nice romantic episode. Then we have this like tragic kind of episode where she dies. And then in the final episode of the season, the season finale, turns out, nope, she didn't die. She was actually captured by the hunters who put her on display at the carnival. Hilarious. So every time they try and do something very like creative and emotional with Ursula, right? Like they do this emotional episode that's romantic. Now they do a second episode where they have this emotional death scene. And no, none of it matters. It's just they can't. This show really has issues killing some characters, man. Some characters die off really fast. Other characters, they just Oh my God, they just don't die. They don't die no matter what. They always find a way back. I mean, literally, this is the kind of show you could take an elevator to hell and just rescue someone. You know, you could just go to hell. You could just make fun of God. God will send you to hell. And the castle literally has an elevator directly to hell. So, my God. Yeah, there was a lot of things to talk about this season. I don't want to make this a half-hour video. So the other thing that I want to talk about is, of course, the big, the big fish in the room here. Every time something inconvenient happens to our main character, isn't it convenient that there is a lesbian mermaid to save her? Okay, I have an image on the screen right now. Basically, two separate times in this season, the main character is about to die, and for no reason, like, what is this? I can't remember her name. I can't remember the other mermaid's name. Bean. Like, Bean is the main character, but she has this, like, love interest mermaid, and every single time, this is just a reoccurring gag at this point, it might as well be. Every time she's about to die, she conveniently gets saved by a lesbian mermaid. My God. It's just so poorly written. I was honestly, there was a scene where, like, I was honestly like, oh man, is she actually going to die here? It was with the Trogs. They do the episode with the sea Trogs where they go underwater and the entire place is filling up with water. It looked like she was going to die, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. She's going to unlock her powers. She's going to do something crazy with her powers. And no. Nope. No. Well, she did do something crazy with her powers, but for like a split second, and that was in a different episode. But like, oh my God. No, she gets saved by a lesbian mermaid who just happened to be there, right? Like like, oh my God. It's one thing if she like was part of the team. Like, if she was already there, I could see it, right? Like, if she was already part of the gang, if she was already Bean's girlfriend and she was like always by her side, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. Like, the mermaid would save her. But like, this character usually just like hangs around her own island. Like, there's a mermaid island and they always like hang around that island. And she just happens to be there conveniently every time Bean is about to drown or something bad happens to her. And I'm getting really sick of this plot point. Just really sick of it. It's just enough, like, do something different for the love of God. Just make Bean get the superpowers already. I think it's overdue. How long are they going to tease that Bean can do like spells? How long are they going to tease this? Just start using your powers. Like, yeah, it's just ridiculous. So I'm really hoping for the next season we actually just get the character, like, unlock her powers. I watched a show called Once Upon a Time. Here, I'll take this image off. But I watched a show called Once Upon a Time, okay? This is a show that was like, it finished airing quite a couple of years ago. But it was really interesting in the show. The main character's name is Emma. I think her name was Emma Swan. I think so. Yeah. And this was an actual show where they kind of took fairy tales and tried to adapt them to the show. And they took Disney. They took Disney fairy tales, like, specifically. Not always. Sometimes they just took random stories and whatever. But like, they had like Elsa from Frozen come in and et cetera, right? But like, in this show, when it first starts out, Emma Swan, she's just this like standard character. She doesn't like have much going on. By the end of the show, she has all kinds of crazy powers. She can heal people and like fire like beams and all kinds of crazy shit. So like, I just want to see Bean like start doing this kind of, like, I don't want to see other characters save a character that literally has magic powers. I'm just getting a little bit sick of this, guys. So that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I noticed we're about 15 minutes in here, and I don't want to make this a half an hour video, like I said. So those were my main issues. Again, the story a lot of the times the story just doesn't go anywhere, like with what we saw with Elfo. Let's make up this big, who is Elfo's mother? Oh, she was just the troll that everybody thought, I guess we got trolled. We all got trolled for thinking there was anything special about Elfo. But nope, that's Elfo for you. I guess we don't really have a backstory for Lucy. Lucy mentions in an episode that he taught school for 9,000 years. So we don't really have a background for Lucy, but there's not, I don't know. This show just doesn't deliver on the storytelling. The second issue that I brought up again was Ursula. We're going to make 2 different episodes that are very emotional, and she's not even dead. It's like, why even bother at this point, right? And then the third thing, like I said, conveniently, mermaid lesbians are saving the day every time. It's the same one, by the way. It's like they have a love interest here, Bean, and whatever the hell this mermaid's name is. I really can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Let me know. Do you agree with my did I overlook anything? Like I ultimately I give this a 6 out of 10. Did I overlook anything? I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I really do. Did I miss anything that was like good? What were the best things you guys thought about this like quote unquote season or part 4? Okay, let's just call it part 4. What did you guys think about part 4? What were your favorite things here? What didn't you? Maybe I missed some other things. Were there some other bad things that you guys didn't like here that maybe I didn't go over in like the quick 15 minutes here? You let me know in the comment section down below. I'd really appreciate it. Please like the video. Please, comment on the video. Share the video. Like the video. And most importantly of all, you gotta subscribe, folks. Once we hit here, let me go back here. Once we hit analytics, 725, I am going to be doing another giveaway in my Discord. So folks, please subscribe today for more cartoon news and shenanigans and reviews like this one. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.